Happy Monday. Welcome back to the Monday Duel.
Happy Monday. I'm so happy because today we'll be diving into numerology as I promised in a Chinese New Year episode. So it's part of my everyday life. So I'm happy that I will be sharing with you more about that topic.
Well, first of all, even for myself, I'm not very familiar with numerology, this topic. Maybe you could explain a little bit?
Yes, so like in numerology, we focus on numbers. So we focus on our birth date and we focus about our name and surnames because every letter in numerology had a specific number that applies to it. So from a date of your birth and from your name and surname, we can give you the informations like what is your relationship with your mom, what is your relationship with your dad, what is your vibration of your birth, so what features you will have, like what maybe you will struggle with sometimes, or even from your name and your surname we can predict what might happen in your future, what challenges you might face. So it's all about knowing what your journey will look like or how you can adapt more to your true self. So I'm in the sessions, I always tell you how the numbers compare to you, what vibration is there, and how you can work with that. So how you can apply it to your everyday life.
So, if you are looking to dive deeper in self-discovery or looking for relationship insight and perhaps learning more about potential life cycle and events, you need to stay for this episode.
Yes, for sure. I will share here a little bit because today we will dive into your birth vibration. So like the main number that have an impact on your life and on the year you are in, because as I said in the Chinese New Year's episode, 2026 is a year of one, but it might be not a year for one for you because you might be in your different numerology year. I will give you all the information soon in this episode.
So, Magda, tell me, how did you start this journey?
So first I started this journey as a client. And the numerology came to me before my spiritual change. I didn't have a connection to the spiritual world. So I have hard to meditate. I was not feeling that is a path for me. But I was curious what my parents do, what tools they use. So I just came to numerology session for curiosity, and I was so surprised that my future teacher tells everything about me, like she knows me forever and she saw me for the first time. So I was so surprised that I just want to dive into it. So I use a lot of numerology tools. And then my teacher asked me, Magda, maybe you will join my first psychonumerology academy, so the school to become a psychonumerologist. And that was already after my change. So I was looking for a place for myself, for a job for myself. So I was like, it will be nice to know more and deep about myself in the school. And then I can use this knowledge to find a job for me. And it becomes my job right now. But yeah, it was first comes with curiosity. And then I just take in this journey. I finished the school and that's become my everyday life.
Now, you talked about birth vibration just now, so maybe we can start with birth vibration and how is it going to benefit me once I learn more about this?
Okay, so first we need to count the birth vibration. So, for example, if you are born 28th of October 1998, you need to count 2 plus 8 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 8. So
So
every
all the
digit,
numbers
yeah,
in the birth
every
date.
digit you need to count it separately. So
Okay.
when I count it is 38, but 38 is still too big number for numerology. So we count 3 plus 8 and we get
Okay.
11. It's still a little bigger number that we need. So we count 1 plus 1 and it's 2. And 2
Right.
is the birth vibration for the person who was born 28th of October 1998. So that's the
Okay.
first thing we need to do. So to our listeners, just count every digit that you have in your birth date, and you will have this digit that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So that's the digit you want to go after the counting. It's important that the 2 comes from 11 in my example, because 11, 22, 33, and 44 are master vibration. So it's important that your digit 2, 4, 6, and 8 comes from 11, 22, 33, or 44. It's important because you are not only on the influence of birth vibration, like the basic one, but with the master one too. So there are some people who need to know from 2 different birth vibration. And that's how we start. So once we count our vibration, birth vibration, you can count birth vibrations of your loved ones or your friends, because I will be telling you a little bit info about each vibration, so you may not only know more about yourself, but about your loved ones too.
I've already done mine, so go on.
That's great. So we are fully ready and we can start. So whenever your birth vibration is 1, you are self-confident, you have a self-esteem, you are independent, you have a really great intelligence, and you want to get things done. You want to be first and ready and really have this, the perfectionist vibe. From the minuses of your characteristic, you might have a sharp tongue, lack of compassion, impatience, you might be fear that you will lose your power. So whenever you are 1, you need to know that you don't need to be first every day. You don't need to be perfect every day. And just give yourself a grace, because I know that people with 1, they are giving themselves a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. So just give yourself a grace. So the 2, I'm a vibration of 2. So I'm more modest, I'm more balanced because of my 2. I have like some diplomatic skills, tact. I'm a great communicator, so I can talk with people about their feelings, about their hard times. So people with vibration of 2, they are perfect to work with people on your change. They really take care of friendships. They have empathy and sometimes have anxiety, inability to make quick decisions. They need to think much more, and maybe they are gentle and sensitive because of their 2 in the birth vibration.
I can confirm that from you. Very
Yes,
sensitive, but it's a good thing.
yes, it's a good thing. So I think they believe in a romantic love. They just want to be there for other people. So whenever somebody from your family is a 2, just give themselves time, because they are sensitive or sometimes they need more time to prepare for something, and they are not good in quick decisions. So just give ourselves a time. That's perfectly.
That's what I learned also from the journey of working together, but it's good.
It's good. So if your vibration is 3, 3 always like connects in my mind with the energy of child, because a person with vibration of 3, they are full of joy, they have creative approach to life, they can adapt to every situation, they find common ground with different personalities, so they are always in the vibe with people, but they are sometimes emotional immaturity. In Europe, we say like the Peter Pan syndrome, that they are always in this vibe of having fun and not having hard decisions to make. And they might be easily influenced. So people might give them some opinions and they will switch their opinions quickly. But whenever you have a 3 around you, it's important to have fun with them and just give this childhood energy to them, but at the same time push them to, be more mature, be more aware of their system, aware of their everyday life, and they need to take care of them too, like in this mature way.
I love that. I can already imagine my number 3 friendships. And they're always happy and in their moment, dreaming, in their joy moment, which I
Yes,
like.
that definitely free vibe. But
Yes.
4-1, it's, it stays like next to each other, but 4 is much more different. So it's more about responsibility, planning skills, is all about patience, is all about consistency, is all about loyalty, keeping promises, honesty. It's all about like so much different than the third one. But in the minuses of this vibration is lack of imagination. So they are thinking the same without any changes. They are hard to pursue to different opinion. They might be complaining to you about their life, and they might give you the strictness vibes, like that they are really strict and they want you to be strict too. So 4 is like just against the free one. 5 is all about changing, adapting to different conditions, curiosity about world and people, quick learner, quick recover from some bad moments, sense of freedom. You will not find 5 in one place. They will be constantly moving, changing. 5 is, I always connect 5 with instability, but for these people, it's really good. They feel freedom and they feel much more aware of their lives when they have this instability. But they are instability in relationships and in interests. So they might have a problems with some addictions, lying, lack of self-discipline,
Okay.
impatience, mood swings. So, whenever we have some pluses, we have their minuses on the other side. So whenever you are 5, it's important for you to adapt to this freedom environment, but at the same time, remember that people around you will think that it's weird, because 5 is the most unstable number in the numerology. So you need to give other numbers more stability from your behavior so they will feel safe around you if you are 5. And whenever you are 6, you have an empathy. You have sensitive to beauty, to sensuality, love for your partner, family, artistic talent. 6 is much more a believer, I think. They are believing in some thoughts and they try to live it in everyday life. Minuses of this vibration, it might be pleasing others, some criticism, lack of responsibilities, lack of self-awareness, fears about future, lack of self-confidence. So it's a little bit like a free one. So they have the similarities, but in
Yeah.
6 is more about their dreaming nature. They dream about something and then want to
They're
make it happen.
dreamers.
Yeah. So whenever you are 7, you have analytic skills, you have your intuition, you need to self-improvement. You are really taking care of high quality. And it's high quality of food, high quality of friends, high quality for objects around you. It's really important for you, and it's not about that you need that to have your value. You just like the things with a good quality, because you are sometimes a perfectionist and you are just more secure around things that have a good quality. So it's important for you to have a good quality in business, good quality in a relationship. You are not here to said yes to 50% of quality. You just need to have the 100% there. You might see as emotional coldness, so that you might seen as a tough person, maybe someone with no feelings. Maybe you might feel the isolation between you and your friends, that they don't understand you, that they are feeling that you are cold. So whenever you are 7, just smile more. It's important for other vibrations.
Number 8. I
Yeah,
can't
I need
wait.
to be careful with that because that's your number. I need to
Yeah,
think what I will
I've been
say.
waiting for number 8. Okay, come on, tell me.
Okay, so I'm not surprised that you are self-confidence and that you manifest your vision. I always think about the 8 as when you put 8 like this, there is like the
The
sign of,
infinity.
yeah, the infinity. So I
Mm,
always think that the eights are striving for success. They have self-discipline, which I like in our podcast that you are having
yes,
the same quality too. The
yes.
eight is more like a leadership vibe, the business vibe. So I'm not surprised that you are HR. Really, that's, everything. You have mental and physical strength, and you said that in the podcast that you have a hard last year. So I'm like not surprised that you handle that, because you have really, this powerful skills in you. Sometimes with some,
Resilience.
yeah, sometimes with some bad qualities, I need to tell that
Yes,
you might be stubborn, or
very stubborn,
sometimes
true.
lack of understanding, sometimes like maybe jealous, sometimes harsh in judgment, because
Mm.
you have this vision of success, the vision of your life, and you just don't want to agree to something that is in between. You just want to go for it. So yeah, I think it's a lot
Pretty
about you.
accurate.
Pretty accurate, I think. I love that you are eight. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
what
like that
is,
because after you know about numerology, you can see how you are compatible with your friends, your colleagues as well. I mean, I'm writing down number eight as you're speaking.
but we still have number nine to go. And
Yes.
number nine is more about altruism, about the citizen of the world, like the love to nature, respect of freedom, love to people. I always think about nine as a person who help others.
Mm.
That they are volunteering, they are maybe sometimes put much more for others than for
Mm.
themselves. So they need to be careful about that. Maybe minuses of this vibration, there might be sacrificing their good for others. They might be impatient. They might feel lack of support from others because they are quite hard to understand that you put much more for others than for themselves. And they might feel a lot of frustration from that.
Mm.
So because they are feeling that nobody understands them, it might be a problem. So wherever you are nine, it's nice that you have those values, but remember, it might be hard for people around you to understand that. So just give them an info. Right now, if you know every vibration, you can see that some of the qualities that you might don't like in your friends or families, it just comes from their vibration. It's not they are doing it on purpose. It's
It's not
just there.
there. It's not there. It's just
Yeah.
their birth vibration.
Yeah,
It's
they just
nothing wrong
born.
with them. Nothing
Yeah.
to do with them.
Yeah, they just born in that day and in that year and in that month, and that's give them the vibrations
It's
they
not
have.
their fault.
Yeah, not that fault, but if you want to work with that, it's important that you stick to your good qualities. So you try to have your life depend on it. So like you try to use it as much as possible. But
Mm.
whenever there are minuses, like some, abilities that you might don't like, or some emotions that are coming to you, it's important that you know that it's part of you, and just you need to just accept that, and just try to minimize as much the not good behavior and just stick to the good ones. It's all about you. Everybody have like black and white sides. So it's important to combine it and make a happy life with that.
Well, I'm sure you see me jotting notes. There are so much information, but if you want to find out more, don't forget to visit Magda's IG. She will definitely put more details there. Now, what I learned about the numerology, it is based on two systems. One is universal and the other one is birthday based. So maybe you can tell us more.
Yes, so there are two different systems, and this is what I was talking in the Chinese New Year's episode. So we will stick today to the universal system because it's much more easier to work with, and we are all in influence about it. So the universal system is the year you are in right now, based on the year we are in, so 2026, and your vibration. But before I give you the info how to count it, it's important to tell you that in numerology, it's different than in Chinese New Year maybe, or in our New Year's when we celebrate all around the world. In numerology, New Year is in September. So September is a new year for numerology, and it doesn't have a specific date. It's different each year. So we will have an episode about numerology New Year in September, and I will give you all the info about that. But for now, for the universal system, it's important that you will know that the New Year starts in September and it finishes in another September. We will calculate here in which year you are in based on numerology. So you need to count the vibration of each year. So if we are in 2026, as I said, is a year of 1 because of 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6. It gives us 10, and 1 plus 0 is 1. So it's a year of 1. It's supposed to be a year of new beginnings. But if you want to count a year and in which vibration you are right now, it's important that you count the 1 as a year 2026 is 1 plus your vibration. So as I am 2, for me, 2026 is a year of 3. But for you as an 8, 2026 is a year of 9. Because you have 8 plus 1, it's 9.
Okay.
And what is important is that this universal systems counts from September 2025 till September 2026. So my third year starts in September 2025 and it will finish in September 26. And your year 9 starts in September 2025 and it will finish in September 26. So we always start in September and finish in September. So for you to know what year are you in and what does it mean, I need to tell you a quick story about that. In numerology, we have 9 years. So every cycle starts again after 9 years. And in different part of the cycle, you might feel the different energy. So just to begin with, 1, it's all about new beginnings, new starting, new energy. You starting to learn what you want to do with this new energy. Second and third, it's all about I'm learning how to use that energy, how to take first steps in that. We map our exact path we want to go. 4 and 5 is the year when we work and we follow the path that we set out. So we know exactly what we want and want to achieve, and we try to do things to work it out. 6 and 7 are the year or harvest. So we are work hard already and we start to slow down and just, collect the gifts that life gives us, that we work for. 8 marks the beginning of the closure. So we try to draw some conclusions about what has served us, what is not. And 9 is the end of the year of closure. So making a room for a new, maybe saying goodbyes to what is no longer serves us. So it's really important in which year are you, because C is a perfect example that the year of 2026 till September 2026 is not be all about the new beginnings because she's in her closing year, but from September 2026 she will fully have the ability to feel this horse energy of Chinese New Year because her 1 will come here. So it's really important to know in which year are you, because people sometimes get frustrated because we see, 2026 is a year of 1. Not for everybody. For me, it's a year of 3. So I'm still, working on to pursue my goals, to work on what I'm dreaming. And so be careful in which year are you. I just want to give you a quick information just for you to count more years in the future. So as I said, in September 2026, my year of 3 will finish and I will start my year of 4, and Z will start her year of 1. So the years will continue to the 9 and then it starts again with 1. So this is always about 9 years cycle. And yeah, it's you can see what you need to be prepared for, what energy will come to your life.
But what else does this numerology offer us apart from this?
Oh, so as I said, the most important factors are out of date of birth or first and last names. So we also want to give you the information what good relationship is for you, what is your relation with your mom, with your dad, what you sometimes lack in your life because of lack of some numbers in your life. We can predict what might happen in your future based on your name you are given and give you some info what might happen in your life and what are your challenges for your life. Because in numerology, we believe we have two different challenges for the first half of our life and for the second half of our life. And the main challenge for the whole life we need to face. So there will be some things happening in our lives to for us to grow and to pursue that challenge. So there's a lot of information based on numerology.
But even surnames, but it's in letter, but not in numbers.
So as I said in the beginning of the episode, each letter in numerology has a specific number assigned to it. So it doesn't matter or the name or the surname, just to give you the example, C, the letter C, it's a vibration of 3 and M is a vibration of 4. So every letter have a digit next to it. So I can count what the vibration you carry, what is your numerology combination is the name of it. So what number you have in your heart in numerology, what number you have in your goals, what number you have in your expression, and what number are surround you. So sometimes in our names and surnames, we have lack of some letters and lack of some numbers, and it affects our everyday life. Or sometimes we have too many numbers, like too many letters that have each number. So we struggle about that because we are much more shy or we are much more there for other people and people think that we are too much for them. So it's important in numerology to know that information. So then we can just harmonize the energy. So I do the harmonization of the energy. It's a long process, so it's hard to explain quickly in a few words, but it's all about giving you the energy that you need in your life, reduce the energy that is not good for you, and put more energy that you need right now in this moment for you to live your life easier, to have more flow in your life, to be less stressed about something that is happening in your life. So that is one tool that we use in numerology.
Now that you say this, actually in like Asian or Chinese, there are also something related to there is a meaning related to specific numbers. I'm not a feng shui master, so I don't know what each number means, but I do remember um, when back in the days, we have 8 digits in our phone number here in Hong Kong, and you are allowed to choose the digits depending on what you like. And a lot of the time, people choose their phone number and then they bring it to a feng shui master and ask them whether these sets of 8 numbers are good for their life in general, if it brings them wealth, if that brings them health as well. So in that case, we can change the phone number if
Yeah.
we don't like it. But of course, in your case, I don't think that's what you can do. But of course, then you can go through a session with you to cleanse the energy, like you said.
Yes, and what we do, and we work with businesses. So when before the business is open, people come with me with the name of it, so I can see if it's good for them and what challenges it might brings. And before they start the business, I try to give them a better name for their business and I count the exact date which is better for them to open the business. The same with the relationship. So whenever we have a couple, they want to marry, we can count the good date for them to get married. So the relationship will grow and will not have some difficulties there, because it's important in one month and in what day we get married. The month is important for women and the day is important for men. It's nice to give the energy they need from the month and from the day and avoid the energy that they already have. So they will have less fights, they will have much more harmonized there, to prevent that somebody will be unhappy after the marriage, because it's some small things, but it's so important.
I
And
love that.
there is 1 month that you are not supposed to get married if you want to pursue your career. So because this month will give you more the vibe of wife staying at home. So it's important that you will think in which month and in which day you get married. So we count this as a numerologist to help people to grow in the
I love that.
relationships, in businesses. We harmonize the energy. So we had some, tools to help you. We not only give you, you are good at that, but bad at that. We can help you to grow with the numerology tools.
I love that. It's also similar thing in Asian here, but of course it's a different calculation. But again, at the end of the day, it's all about the good energy that we try to harmonize, is trying to give and receive the good energy from the numbers. I think you're almost like a Asian feng shui master, Magda, I think, right now at this point. Now, I hope you've all learned something from Magda today about numerology, but this is not the last time we will talk about this topic. As Magda mentioned, September each year is the new energy year for numerology. So do come back on September and we will prepare another episode to talk about what to prepare for the new year.
And next week we'll be talking about breath work. So will be another episode with me, because soon there will be an International Breathwork Day. Just to celebrate this, I will tell you more about the breath, the exercise, how I work, how you can work with breath, because it's a powerful tool that we have for free next to us and we can just use it.
Now, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and come back next Monday.
See you next Monday. Bye.